Hi everyone, it's Ashley, and for this week's project, we went over the wonders of 3D printing and designing our own thing to print. Um, I'll go with a little backstory here. I remember when I saw my first 3D printer when it really came out on the market. Every day after middle school, I would walk across the street to the Meridian Public Library and I would hang out until my mom picked me up. And there was a team program there that I kind of participated in. Um, but I remember one afternoon, walked over to the library and everyone was kind of gathered around this table and it was a 3D printer. And that was really the first time I ever saw one. Um, and they showed us like what designs you could do like on the computer and like how it printed, which I thought was so cool. um yeah, so that's the backstory. Now as for the project, I'm gonna be completely honest. This was not my favorite project. I usually and like many people, I don't like doing things that I'm not good at, and I usually stay very, very, very far away from artistic endeavors. When it comes to like art and drawing and, all those things itself. But for the sake of this project, I gave it the old college try and I attempted to design something. So, with Tinkercad, using Tinkercad was okay. It wasn't very hard to navigate, and after watching the 20-ish minute tutorial, it like everything seemed very basic like any other design platform. But I got really frustrated because I had an idea and I was trying to make my design look a certain way and I could not, figure out a way to make it look the way I wanted. I think I may have been trying something a little more advanced than I should have. But I wanted the design itself to show the likeness I wanted. Okay, so I will show you my design. So I really wanted to do like an open book that says read. If you see here, and please excuse the mess, I have lots of trinkets on my bookshelf. And I thought that this would be a good, addition to my display. So that was kind of the point of the design. But it just didn't work out the way I wanted to, and I chose a weird color and stuff. Next question is about 3D printing and my career choice. I am a PR, media arts PR major, and I think that 3D printing can impact the PR industry tremendously when it comes to branding and stuff. Like you can include things that are 3D printed in your promotions. Like there are a lot of things like bookends and paperweights that you can include in your PR packaging. And you could brand almost anything. You just gotta, make it. And making it in-house is a lot cheaper than, having someone else do it and then send it to you. And then the last question about 3D printing in our society. I think 3D printing has a lot of potential for how we make things and how we get things. In one of the videos, it talked about having a 3D printer in kind of a disaster relief area. And I think that's such a good idea because they mentioned that if they need one part and the only part is like hundreds of miles away, it's going to be really hard to wade through all the damage from the disaster to get it to a certain area. But having a 3D printer, you just really need to know the dimensions and the design of the thing that you need, and then you just kind of print it out and you're good. And I think a lot of problems can be solved with it. Going a little science fiction here, but I know in the show the Orville with Seth MacFarlane, they're able to 3D print or print out food in some way. And I think that's super cool, because I'm not that great of a cook. So if I can have a meal just like right in front of me, if I just print it, then that would be super awesome. But the bad thing with 3D printing is that it can encourage people to be lazy almost. But I think that's only with the food thing. And that's only if that's possible. I'm not really sure how like you would 3D print bread and then meat and then everything. I don't really know the logistics of that. Um, but and then there's also the like reliability of 3D printing. So like we're all reliable on a machine in one way or another, whether it's our electric toothbrush or it's our computer or our phone. And so imagine if, we start relying on a 3D printer and it breaks. Like, I know that I get anxious when my phone is dead and I'm not able to use it or contact anybody. What's going to happen if I'm not able to like print food? Like, I'm sure grocery stores will still be a thing, but like in the future, like what if that happens? I don't know. Um, all in all, I wanted to say I tried my best on this project. I really, really do not enjoy designing things whatsoever. I usually leave it up to the people who are good at it and who have fun with it, and I just kind of go with that. Um, but whether it's college or it's life, like you got to try new things. And what isn't a new thing without some failure? And failure in this is not bad. I came up with a design and I designed it to the best of my abilities and I made it tangible. Like that's the best I can do at this point. Um, but yeah, thank you so much and I'll see you next time. Bye.